It's the 7th of March. It's 20 after midnight. You see the collar. Makes it hard to do things. Bamps wanted to know where my collar was. It's right here. Alright. That's because I was getting too many hot spots and I was eating at them, and you know, actually, yes. What's up, everybody? I got good news. The collar, you see me in different ones. I will drive with this one because it's easier to kind of move around. I will ride with this one. Alright, we'll talk about this in a second. I gotta do a shout out. Have to do a shout out to Paula. Paula, sweetie, this is for your Saturday morning coffees. This is all for you. I have been scratching my head since I stopped by to pick up that awesome salad you made, and well, you and your worker made, and the wife loved the chicken salad. All right, this is all for you. I've been scratching my head, this head, trying to figure out what we could talk about. It might piss some people off. Don't care. Anyways, the shout outs to Paula and Paula Circle Subs. What happened there? I think, oh, damn fish. And that lovely woman who gave me these Jello shots. I think she was actually trying to hit on me. But anyways, yeah. So, Jello shots. She gave me 4. I had one earlier. But, yeah. Should you be at home? Looks clean. Ooh, I think I was cutting up fish food with that. Yeah, or whatever. Anyways. Jello shot. Wait a minute. Is that watermelon? Alright. Oh, I got more Jello shots, so I can sit here and partake in Jello shots while we talk. So anyways. Oh yeah, the very first thing I want to bring up. The pie wasn't quite that good. Jello shots. Jello shots. Oh, that was a strong one. Percocet. They're gonna go well. I'm gonna sleep good tonight. One more. Hang on. Oh, that was at the bottom. That's good. I can't get. I hope I see that woman again. Those Jello shots were awesome. Thanks. I got stuck in the back of my throat. I really don't know what I used that knife for. I hope it was clean. Anyways, HBO has a documentary show that they have on once a month? Twice a month? Anyways, you see it a lot. It's called Vice. And this month's show, they have literally found the cure for cancer. Right? They cured 3 different types of cancer? Or put it to remission. by using redesigned, rebuilt viruses. The flu virus, the measles or the mumps virus, and the AIDS virus. All restructured. You don't get the flu, you don't get the mumps, and you don't get AIDS, HIV, but they have proven that it attacks cancer cells, the way they've genetically, and they've healed these people. Now they say it should be hitting the shelves by 2016. What do you want to admit? The FDA does not approve this. I can almost guarantee they won't. Or major drug companies are not going to want to fund this. Anyways, so yeah. So the collar. The scar is doing well, as you can see. It's camera's backwards. So yeah, so the scar is doing well. It's healing over well. I'm doing actually really well. I can actually feel everything in my right hand. Yesterday I had a little bit of numbness and tingling in the fingertips. Today it hasn't been there at all. I feel like I can tell that that's sharp. You know, dull, sharp. Here, not so much yet. We still can't tell the difference between sharp and dull. Okay. Feeling in my left arm, I still have the pain radiating down from the neck down into the bicep. The feeling in my arm has changed some. And the doctor says this is good. Hand's still numb. It's not quite the way it was. It's not tingling, it's just numb. Feels like I've been sleeping on it all night. The wavy sensation that I had in my arm is gone. I can actually feel my arm, and it feels warm to the touch now. It used to feel kind of cold. I mean, some areas I can still feel like cold. I can, here feels cold, here feels warm. I mean, it's splotchy, but anyways, we're making progress. The collar is only precautionary now when I'm driving, or if my neck starts getting sore. So like I said, this blue collar, which is a very nice collar that I was hooked up, thank you, does an excellent job keeping me in complete C-spine. It's comfortable as all hell. But like if I'm a passenger in my wife's car, which I think rides like a washboard, or even worse, my daughter's car, which rides like a mule with hemorrhoids, right? I need this. If I'm driving, I wear the soft collar only because I need to be able to rotate easier left and right. Now the key is for me not to look left, look right, look up and look down. I gotta try to maintain a forward focus, and I gotta rotate the body. So that's gonna take a little bit of work. I can do a little bit of movements. I can do, I could do a little bit more lifting than normal, and then hopefully within a month, April or so, end of April into somewhere in March, he says that I should be able to go back to work on light duty. It'll be a 40-hour light duty. It won't be a 72, but still, I'll be out of the confines of this dungeon. And I'll have more people to irritate. Yeah. I might have to shave this, though. We'll try to get away with it. But, so I had a good visit with the doctor. I had visited with him on the 3rd, which was Tuesday. Right out of the gate, he asked me how I'm doing. I tell him I'm fine. And he comes out with us. I'm going to read this straight from here because I wrote it down. Quote. Now I quote from Dr. Desai. Do you know how close you were from never walking again? Okay. No? What a hell of a way to start a conversation. Apparently he relieved so much pressure off the C6, C7 vertebrae that it was literally compressing the spine more than we thought. So we must have had more movement between the time that I seen him and the time that he did the operation, or between the time that we had the MRI done. MRI was done in September, and that would explain why we had the numbness and everything setting in on the right hand, because the disc was, the vertebrae was more compressed. So a nerve ending will grow a 0.5 millimeter every 24 to 48 hours. So when we have to grow from here all the way down to here, right now, a 0.5 millimeter. All right, it's pretty freaking small. All right, there's your everyday measuring tape. Alright. Now 0.5 millimeter's in there. Alright. It's in there somewhere. Now that doesn't do me any good. Can't use that. Anyways, a 0.5 millimeter is not very big. So we got a long process to go. But things are moving forward. As long as I don't do anything stupid. Alright, now on the wife front, Carrie Berry, aka Oh Mother, is, in my view, 79% better than she was last time we talked. Now, 2 or 3 doctors. Now, see, she self-diagnosed herself. Self-diagnosed herself well before she was hospitalized, back in January. All she did was she wrote down her symptoms and she researched them on the internet. Okay? The internet is good for some things. She came down with the fact that she thinks, or she had a lot of the symptoms of Guillain-Barré's. She was using that as a reference. 2 or 3 doctors, when we told them this, said, no, you can't have Guillain-Barré's because you have fairly decent reflexes. Okay. Now, we went to a new neurologist. Alright, and I won't say bad things about York Hospital, because I know there's people out there that love York Hospital, but they're really not proactive. They don't have a neurologist on 24/7, and the neurologist that they had there that came in to see her, who we thought was a nice guy, he was a nice guy, but apparently wasn't very smart, because the neurologist that we saw last week had Carrie healing within days. See where I'm going with this? Alright, so we went to see Dr., and I always get his name wrong, Dr. Fahad, up in Somersworth, or Dover, whatever that place is, and he recommended one that we stop going to York Hospital because we need a hospital that has a neurologist on 24/7, which would be Wentworth Douglas Hospital, Portsmouth Hospital, something like that. So anyway, we ended up going to Wentworth Douglas, only because it's real close, right down the street. Whatever. Mind blow. We saw him on a Monday. Tuesday, she was getting a spinal tap. Spinal tap showed that she had 190 count of protein in her spinal fluid. She's only, or a normal person is only supposed to have 40. Okay, so Wednesday she starts an IV regimen of 5 IVs, 5 days of 5-hour IVs of this anti-globin shit that's supposed to go and work, and it's going against her autoimmune issue. It's proteins. I don't know exactly what the full mix is, but it's basically donated from blood banks, blood drives. They take the proteins out of the blood, and they mix them all together. And these injections or these infusions that she gets over the 5 hours helps fight back against the autoimmune that's eating away at her nerve endings. And this is where all the pain and all the paralysis come from, because her nerve endings are being attacked. So from her breast line down to her knees is partially paralyzed. She didn't have any feeling. She doesn't know when she's going or needs. She can kind of tell she needs to go to the bathroom, but she doesn't know when she's going to the bathroom. So that could be kind of dangerous when you're playing the fart game. All right. It's really spicy and cold, actually. So, mind blow. She's doing 79% better. She's talking better. She only starts slurring her words when she gets drunk or when she really gets fatigued. The Bell palsy slur comes back. But it's crazy. It's absolutely insanely crazy how fast, just by those injections, or not injections, the infusions got. Okay. Insane. So, thank you, Dr. Fahad. I know you probably won't see this, so you don't care. Anyways, so, yeah. Family's doing better. On another note, if you own a Federal Pacific fuse panel in your house, get it out. They're fire hazards. I'm learning this. I kind of knew this ahead of time. We have one in our house. We've lived here 5-6 years now, and we've been gambling. Well, we don't have a stove right now, so we can't cook on a stovetop or an oven. We have a countertop oven, toaster oven, and gas grill. But still, by Monday it'll be fixed. I gotta wait till spring to swap out the whole breaker box. I want to be able to not worry about having to heat the house. I know it only takes a couple hours, but the way things go with me in my house, my family, it could be, once it starts to be a simple fix, it turns into being a nightmare. It never fails. Just like when the breaker was being pulled. The breaker being pulled, we found out that it was, one, the wrong style breaker, two, the wrong size breaker. So we had to go back, and thanks to Rockingham Electric for getting me the right breaker and not charging me extra for restocking fees of the next new breaker, they hooked me up. Outstanding. But I will be going to going over to a new updated 200 amp service that has a UL rating and won't set my house on fire. I learned today from my neighbor next door, who's out that window right there, down right there. Well, they're probably sleeping right now, so we won't wake them up. It's the neighbor we impressed the day we moved in. I think they've forgiven us for our drunkenness, but she works for a company, and I just found this out today. The electric barn in Northampton. So if you do need Federal Pacific breakers temporarily until you can upgrade your service, in Northampton, the place called the Electric Barn has the breakers, and she even says they have them in stock. So if I had known that, I probably would have been fixed today. But anyways, Rockingham Electric is hooking me up, so I'm not going to complain. Besides not having any stove, I can play the old boo-hoo, and I got Chinese food yesterday. I got a kick-ass garden salad, or house salad, with egg salad made with horseradish mayonnaise. Outstanding. And croutons. They had croutons too. Alright. So anyways. Now, the views that I'm about to express are my views only. The way I see the world. Please come into my mind and view it with me. Ooh, let's see who we got. Oh, hey, where'd I go? Kind of spaced out. Woo. My fellow cable owners, I'm on Comcast. But does it piss anybody else off that at least 10 times a day Rob Lowe is out there calling us all losers because we own cable? Listen, Mr. Lowe, I'm not a loser because I own cable. It hurts my feelings that you call me a loser. I don't like it. It hurts. Stop. Stop making fun of me because I have cable. Tear. We'll have to add that tear in. Alright. Second, and I truly, truly hope this is not right. I'm going to read exactly what I cut and paste off the fucking internet. Now, of course, I know what you hear on the internet's got to be true, right? Now, this came off a news site. Now, I know there's some news sites out there that spin junk, so I'm hoping that this is only to infuriate the gun owners out there. Like I said, I hope this is not true. The U.S. Attorney General Eric Holder told the House subcommittee that he is considering a gun tracking bracelet as a common sense way to reduce violence. Alright, so I'm going to have a bracelet that's going to help me be less violent. It's kind of nice. Fucking idiot. And I quote from a quote, like I said, and I quote from a quote on a news source. I think that one of the things that we learned when we were trying to get past those common sense reforms last year. Common sense reforms. No, not really common sense. But anyways, Vice President Biden and I had a meeting with a group of technology people, and we talked about how guns can be made more safe. Really. This is a gun. It's loaded. Alright, it is loaded. There's a round in that chamber. gun's not loaded. Alright, there's a safety on the side. Now, I value my weapons, and I'm not going to hurt them. But, believe it or not, this gun was sitting right over here, just like that, for the past 12 hours. Okay? I use hydroshock rounds because when I shoot somebody, I want them to know that I'm shooting them. And I don't want to waste money shooting you. So I'm not going to use full metal jacket. I'm going to use hydroshock. And if you're wearing body armor, I'm going to shoot for the head. Okay. I can load this gun. Right now. The gun is completely safe. You're not making guns safer. You can't make this gun any safer than it already is. I can load this gun, put a round in the chamber, and drop it, and it will not fire until I pull that trigger. Alright, this is a striker-fired weapon. Doesn't have a hammer like you've seen on the old guns. Alright, this is striker fire. Alright, so this is going to hurt me more than it's going to hurt you. Ow. See, like I said, you can bang that gun all you want. It's not going to go off until you pull the trigger. You can't make guns any safer than they already are. The crime that is being committed with guns sort of like this are from people who are going to do the crime, whether they had a firearm, a knife, or a pen, screwdriver, a block of batteries. Right? Crime is going to be committed no matter what you have. You take away guns, people are going to go back to sticks and stones. Alright? Now, you fucking people out there that think guns are violent. Yes, guns, in a sense, are violent. But owned by good people, trained people, there shouldn't ever be a problem. Now, I will agree that there are some guns out there that have issues. Okay, but they've been fixed. Everything will have a problem. You cannot make a firearm any safer than this Ruger SR40. My Sig Sauer 226, 229, 250. Okay? You can't make them any safer than they already are. They will not fire unless you pull the fucking trigger. People, you can't make guns safer. People have to use their finger in their thought process to fire this gun. I will set this gun out on the road, minus any vehicles driving over it. It won't move. It won't shoot anybody walking by it. Guns are safe. Get rid of the criminals, and your gun violence will go down. Don't leave them in jail. If you have somebody that no shit kills somebody for no good reason other than because they're a fucking idiot, kill them. Don't leave them in jail for fucking 20 years, 10 years, life. Let the punishment fit the crime. If I was to go out and murder somebody for no reason, I should be murdered myself. Well, not really murdered. I should be killed myself instead of being a burden on the state. Okay? I have guns because I like guns. I like guns because they're cool. And they do really cool things. And they're very relaxing for people like me who have needs of focusing. And guns helps me with ADD, HD, and shit, focus. When I have a gun, it brings me focused. Okay? I like long-range shooting. I like target shooting. And I expect, once all this shit goes away, that I'll be back out in the woods hunting again. Alright? You can't make guns any safer than they already are. You can't change people. But get rid of the people that are committing the crimes. You're going to have one or two decent people that snap and do something stupid. But yes, it doesn't matter. Sandy Hook, unfortunately, should never have happened. But I'm sure he could have gotten in there and did a lot of damage with a knife. Are we going to outlaw knives? Broken beer bottles? Ugh, people, really. Fucking. Alright. And the other thing that pisses me off is why in the hell is the Department of Justice looking into Ferguson? Anyone? Anyone? Didn't think so. I understand that there was a police shooting. I understand that one person was black, one person was white. I understand the problem between the black community and the white community and shit like that. There have been plenty of shootings of white people by black cops, white people by white. Okay? But you know what? When it all comes down to it, I don't give a shit if you're white, if you're black, if you're Asian, Hispanic, or Islamic, or whatever the hell they want to call themselves. When we cut ourselves, we are all red. Right? I don't give a shit if you are Kenyan black or friggin' Icelandic white. If you were to cut yourself, you are going to be red inside. So you know what? Fuck you and your goddamn race shit. Let's get over that. Take a fucking pill, get over it. We're all red. Alright? The shooting was looked into by the state police, by the county, and the police officer was found innocent and found justified. Okay, I'm not going to get into anything other than that. He was found innocent and justified shooting. He feared for his life. Okay, common sense tells you not to charge a police officer. Okay, I'm sorry. Don't give a shit. I'm not going to charge a police officer, especially if he has a gun pointed at me. I'm going to try to calm the situation down as best as possible. Even if he's totally wrong. If a cop is pointing a gun at me, the best thing you can do, I can do, is comply. Once you comply, then you can start dealing with the issues. Even if he's in the total wrong, because there are some cops out there that are total pricks. There are some cops out there that think guns are the devil. But there are a lot, 98% of the police force that is out there are decent individuals. Too much Hollywood makes people think cops are corrupt. Alright. So, I guess this comes down to Obama. Why is he sticking his thumb into other people's business? This is not the first time he stuck his thumb into a black on white issue. Leave it the fuck alone. Cut and dry. You're overstepping your realm as the President of the United States, who is supposed to be the representative of the United States, utmost non-biased person. Okay, until the facts come in, shut your fucking mouth. Cut and dry. Don't make comments. Okay, you made comments about Trayvon. You made comments about what was it? The college. The college police, campus police officer, was it? I can't remember which fucking college it was. It's one of those wicked fucking smart kid colleges. Anyways, you made comments on this Ferguson case. That's not your job as president to open your mouth and sway the people. Your job is to manage this country and manage it well. And you haven't been doing that. Alright, but why isn't the Department of Justice looking into, I don't know, Benghazi? All the wrongs that happened there, where Americans died because our government, our current president, our former Secretary of State let a bunch of people down, and people died. Failure to act, and yet they skated. Okay, how about the Department of Justice look into why Obama pardoned 5 top-tier Taliban or Al-Qaeda personnel, who I'm gonna probably say are probably the prime leaders in fucking ISIS now. He let them go for Bergdahl, a traitor, a deserter. Okay? No, I'm sorry. Tell them you're gonna release those fuckers. Grab Bergdahl, drop a bomb on the rest of the fucking them radical motherfuckers. Now I say them radical motherfuckers. You have people of Islamic faith who are decent individuals. Then you have ISIS, Taliban, Al-Qaeda, who are crazy. Okay, so I'm not being mean, probably being a little bigotish, but not all Islamic people are bad. Right? I don't care if you pray to Jesus, Odin, Allah, or Buddha. Your religion's no better than my religion, no better than his religion, no better than their religion. Play nice. I know the Christians have killed a lot of people in the name of God. Islamics killed a lot of people in the name of fucking Allah. Alright? We're not trying to weigh fucking tomatoes here. We have radicals everywhere. And why does the federal government need to control everything? Recently, they're looking into controlling cable, internet. The ATF and President Obama are working on trying to outlaw certain types of ammunition for the AR-15. All because you can't ban the gun, so why not ban the ammunition? After Sandy Hook, the government really fucked around and caused a huge panic. Everyone bought all the ammunition. The government bought a shit ton of ammunition too. That's been proven. And there was a huge ammunition shortage, and the prices went through the friggin' roof. You're spending friggin' $50 for a box of ammunition that you used to spend $18 on. You know, they tried getting rid of the ammunition. Okay, so we can't ban the guns, but we're gonna friggin' screw with your ammunition. You can't shoot the gun because you don't have the ammunition. Now I understand that they're only gonna try to ban one type of ammunition, but that's gonna cause a domino effect. and it's going to cause the same type of scare. Stay the fuck out of our business. The government is to manage the country. Stay out of my life. Stay out of my family's life. Stop trying to micromanage us. Manage the country and the state of affairs of the country. Let the states, the counties, and the cities manage their own shit. That's the way it was set up. Federal government manages the country. We don't need to be giving supplies to overseas. We need to be feeding our kids. We have hungry kids all over this country. We have homeless people all over this country. Let's give them some food that we're giving out to these kids in Africa, South America, wherever. Alright, I'm sorry, but until the Americans are taken care of, we don't need to be giving foreign aid. We don't need to be giving asylum to people. We don't need to be giving them money for asylum. Until the Americans are taken care of, fuck everybody else. Sorry, but it's true. I can understand if there was a natural disaster and we needed to do an influx of supplies to someplace, that's okay. But we don't need to be giving friggin' tons and tons of supplies to Somalia. We have kids in this fucking state of Maine that are going without food while they're not in school. 48 hours of hunger is designed to feed kids from Friday night when they leave school to Monday morning on their way to school. That shouldn't be. No child should ever have to go fucking hungry. And what do they do when they're not at school? They're on week's vacation. They're on summer vacation. They're not eating. Yet, some little Billy Bob and Jody Bob overseas somewhere, whether it be in Africa, South America, China, are getting food from the United States. Stop wasting American money and American resources on other countries until our people are taken care of. Cut and dry. Cheers. So, I got my wish. I was just reading on the news that this is the Associated Press. I don't know. The Justice Department is, alright, I got my wish. Everyone's going to end up getting fired. Senators, Congress people, they're all going to end up getting fired. Okay? Because the Justice Department is preparing to charge the New Jersey Democrat Robert Menendez with corruption counts over allegations that he used his office to help a Democratic donor and friend. What? You used your power to help somebody that gave you money? That is a friend? Mind blow 2 for the day. Really? And I'm not defending the Democrats, but if they get rid of him for using his powers to help out a friend and a donor, then all the other senators and congressmen in this country need to leave too, because I guarantee you every single one of them has used their weight to help somebody out. Now, I don't know if they got anything in return, like they're saying this guy got money and gifts or gifts. But if you donate to my cause to run for president, and I use my weight as president, isn't that the same thing? Not to defend the jackass, but really, come on. Where in this country does abuse of power not happen? It happens in the government, it happens in the state, it happens in the counties, it happens in the cities, it happens in volunteer organizations. It happens, believe it or not, in volunteer fire departments. It happens in full-time fire departments. It happens in police departments. It happens in town garages. What are you going to do for me? You vote for me, and I will do for you. All right? A lot of cases and points, not going to point fingers at anyone, because we all know it happens. We all know at least somebody that said at one point, what are you going to do for me, Eddie? Okay? Or, because you are a town employee, city employee, state employee, you've used your ability to get something. Okay? You walk into Central Tire in Sanford. I'm with the fire department. I want a discount on tires. Or I work for the town of Elliott because I live in Elliott. I work for the town of Elliott. I want a discount on tires. I'm abusing my power at that point to get a discount. That's how I look at it. Have I ever done it? Fuck yeah. If I'm going to save 10% on a fucking $200, $300 tire, you're goddamn right I am. Do I go to Home Depot and get my veterans discount? You fucking A right I do. Is it an abuse of power? It can be looked at as abuse of power. What are you going to do for me because I defended your country? You can look at it like that. Alright. It even happens all over the world. Only one individual, two individuals that I can think of. The Dalai Lama, Mahatma Gandhi, were probably the only two people, and this is just shooting from the hip, that have never used or abused power. Alright? They are some cool motherfuckers. I still think they smoke dope. Okay, maybe the Dalai Lama doesn't do dope. He might do heroin or something. But anyways, Justice Department looking into senators, the Justice Department looking into Ferguson, the Justice Department looking into, or the Attorney General looking into trying to make guns safer. Alright, you see a trend here? It's all pointing back, kind of pointing back to one individual. The U.S. Attorney Eric Holder. Attorney General Eric Holder, excuse me. Ladies and gentlemen, this is my view only, but there are some out there that might agree. The Attorney General Eric Holder is one of the dumbest book smart people I've ever seen in my life. He is a fucking idiot if he thinks that a bracelet is going to make a gun safer. And with that said, ladies and gentlemen, y'all have a great fucking night. It is now 1:16 in the morning. It's time to edit this shit so I can have it ready for Paula and her coffee tomorrow morning, or this morning. So, peace, love, and trail mix. Remember to love your guns. Oh, I love you, gun. Oh, ow, it hurt me. It pulled my hair. Fuck. Guns aren't safe. Wow, maybe they were right. Peace, love, trail mix. Mahalo, motherfuckers.